Did you ever think people would be paying this kind of money for sneakers?
No, I never saw it coming. 'Cause back when we played, they would give you sneakers, but they weren't really paying you to wear them.
I understand it though.
So I never saw the evolution that has happened.
Right.
Well, I don't know about that. If that's right, Clyde. I mean, you wore Pumas and you were getting paid pretty well about that. But I remember coming up, with Chuck Taylors. I mean, we used to get those for $6.50. So seeing the evolution to what it's come to now has been really remarkable.
What improvements have been done to the sport that you all love so much?
Well, the sneakers have been a major change. I mean, they've got all these state-of-the-art sneakers now that the guys are wearing. Well, if you ever put on a pair of Converse, there's no support in there, man. We wonder how we ever survived wearing those canvas, and we used to wear low tops on top of the low-cut ones, man. There's no support there. And now, obviously, the foot industry, they've really improved the shoes.
Yeah, and such those Converse that we used to play on the concrete, which is, never forgiving. And that's why you have so many guys like in our age group that suffer from, new knees and from, hip replacements and things of that nature.
But we never knew what plantar fasciitis was.
Which was hurt.
Right, high ankle sprain,
right.
All this stuff that they come up with now, man.
Are there any current NBA players you wish you could have played a one-on-one with in their prime?
Well, not really. I played against Earl. I didn't wish I played against him. I had to. Be with Jordan, Magic, some of the greater players. That's where you gain your fame, playing against the great players. So you like to think that you could have competed against those guys in a different era.
Yeah, I pretty much feel the same way. One of the things that is interesting about the sport is one thing at one given moment, and then it moves on. And we wish we could probably play today. I think if we could play today, we'd be some type of a force in there. Not only because of the physicalness of it, but also the mental aspect of the game.
One thing I like to say, I always wonder how much better would we have been with the modern technology. Like in the off season, we didn't lift weights. We didn't know about diet, exercise, all the things that these guys have, having a strength coach with you the whole season. You know what I mean? And the supplements that they take, we didn't have this stuff. So how much better would we have been as players if we had that knowledge?
Well, not only that, they also had hand checking when we played, and obviously, that kind of restricted where and what you could do. And if we weren't allowed to have guys with their hands on us, then maybe we could have done a little bit better as well.
Yeah, I always say that guys from our era would average maybe 4 or 5 more points just because you can't hand check. And ironically, I used to talk to Dick Barnett when he came in the 50s. You could put both hands on him. Then when Earl and I came one hand, and now you can't touch them. So it's much easier to score today than when we played.
Which player's signature shoes are you a fan of?
The Puma Clyde. that was my brand that I started wearing back in the 70s, and I'm still affiliated with Puma, so that's my shoe.
I like the Pumas too. I think they're real slick, and they're very fashionable, and I like the way Clyde wears them.
So do you believe the Puma shoe has evolved over time?
Yeah, 40 years, it's still around. So it's a timeless style of shoe. And in the 70s, I was wearing different laces in my shoe, and that's what has become popular today.
When you were a kid, what shoe did you beg your parents for?
Converse was the only shoe. There was nothing else but Cons.
Yeah, I guess for playing and whatnot, but then there was the pro kids who had the very thick soles that, the Converse wore out in maybe 2 or 3 weeks. These maybe took another week before you wear them out.
Who is currently your favorite basketball team?
The Knicks. Is the camera rolling?
Do you see the sneaker trend dying out at some point?
It's gaining momentum, man. Look at this. This is why we're here today, man. It's phenomenal. It's like an underground cult that's continuing to prosper. You know, you look at Michael Jordan, it's made him a billionaire, man. And he hasn't played in a long time, so it's not dying out.
Can't say any more than what Clyde has said. This is really a phenomenal thing that's going on, and yeah, I figure everything, you know, dies out at some point, but right now it's going very strong.
Yeah, you look at guys making, what did James Harden just get? Over $200 million, man. Durant, you know, that's more than they make as players.
Yep.
And that's going to carry over even when they retire. These contracts, like Jordan, is still making over $100 million a year, perhaps, from the sneakers, man. It's just mind-boggling.
So what's your favorite sneaker of all time?
Well, it'd be Converse, because I grew up dying to wear a pair of Converse. You know, that was the shoe. So when we were playing then, Nike came out, but they weren't that popular. And then Adidas came out. They were just in their infancy in the early 70s, mid-70s. So Converse just dominated the market, man. So I used to have the blue strings, Nick Colors, the orange strings. That's how I kind of jazzed them up, you know, and I was proud of my cons.
I'll just go back. I'll give you a blast from the past. The Jordache.
Earl used to wear one high, one low. So he was an innovator too, man. Yeah.
Do you prefer high tops, mids, or lows?
It had to be low. High top was symbolic of old school, the Celtics, you know, black sneakers. So all backcourt guys only wore low-cut shoes, man. That was the style.
Well, not only the style, because we were cool.
High tops were not as appealing to the backcourt guys, who normally set the style. Normally, big guys weren't renowned for selling shoes. It was always the backcourt guys who the kids emulated and wanted to be like. So.
Sixth grade is when Jordan 3 came out. And even, I mean, I was buying the Jordan 1s, and even before that I was buying the Bo Jacksons and the McEnroe trainers, the Revolutions.
I mean, I had one guy offer me like 100, you know what I mean, for like everything I own. And I was just like, wow, that's nice. But, and it's a nice number, but I don't know. I mean, I just can't